Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, Shoot the Shit, episode number 143. Today is Friday, June 18th, 2021. I got a guest on today, which I don't even know why I call him a fucking guest.
Yeah.
A co-host. But I got Lee Hunt with me today because we got some things we wanted to talk about, and it's pretty early in the morning. It's 9:50 a.m., so it's going to be dropped early today as well. My guest that I had today planned had some work issues that came about, so he was unable to come in onto the podcast tonight. So rather than wait till later on this evening, I'll just go ahead and knock it out now, and then have y'all some time for shit. I'll have some time for my family later on tonight. Before we get started, though, what you think of the shirt, bro? Like the cross cannons?
Yeah, I see the cross cannons.
It's better, though. If you're artillery, you get this.
Aiming point identified. I know it says aiming point, and then it says, I can't see it's wrinkled up.
Oh, not bad.
Aiming point this instrument.
Yeah. Aiming point this instrument, y'all. If y'all artillery, y'all get it, and especially she's lifting up her little thingy thing. I wouldn't mind putting a little fucking cam light right there so I know where this instrument is. With that being said, if y'all like that, go ahead and check out the merch shop for the On the Gunline podcast. Go to onthegunline.com and you'll find it there. Anyway, so today's episode, I was wondering what the fuck I was going to talk about today because I thought I was going to do a solo. And I saw something on Facebook that kind of had me thinking, which was a post that Hunt placed. Oh, before I go, let me finish off the introduction. My bad. So go on and pop a spot because it's about to get hot. You're on the gun line now, where we talk shit, and the only way that matters, the way of the gun line. So with that said, again, it goes back to a post that I saw you put up earlier today on Facebook regarding Roy Benavidez.
Mm-hmm.
And Roy Benavidez, hero, definitely a fucking hero. Very well known, I guess, in the special operations community.
Badass.
Oh yeah, I read his bio, and I heard his speech. Fucking ridiculous. That man was a fucking slayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And however, I've been hearing rumors of changing the name of Fort Hood to Fort Benavidez. As a Latino, as a Hispanic person, as an American of Hispanic descent, or Latino mestizo descent, I'd rather say, I feel kind of honored, that's cool. They're giving my boy props, you know what I mean? But here's the but. It feels a little forced. It doesn't feel like it's something that is being done because of the recognition for him. More like, hey, we got to put a fucking Band-Aid over this shit. And it kind of reminded me of something that's coming up tomorrow in the Black community, in the Black American community. Let me rephrase that. The Black American community. Tomorrow's a very important day that honestly myself, Hunt, I didn't know about till 2008. And that's Juneteenth.
And that's cool, man. Like, I actually, growing up in Texas, every year we used to go see the parades. And then we used to go to like the park because they had the parade, and then they had like the little things that are going on at the park. They had, different people. They had the barbecue going, they had the little rides going, they had candy. It was a nice environment to be at. And, I do remember asking my mother, what's Juneteenth, and she broke it down to me, and she told me, this is when slaves in Texas found out they were free. Mm-hmm. And so, even then I'm like, so what about everybody else? But like, she was like, it's just when Texas slaves found out they were free. And, young me thinking like everybody knew about that, come to find out everybody didn't. And, my eyes got open to that when I went to Fort Campbell. And I was like,
Can Can I ask you something about Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Now, when you say Texas slave found out they were free, can you elaborate as to what year? How long after the Emancipation Proclamation was starting?
It was like 2 years, I think, right off the top of my head. And it was like really Galveston, Texas, like when they first started finding out. You know, around that Galveston, Texas area. That's when they first started finding out, like 2 years later.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's when they had their celebration, you know, back then. And listen, you know how you did your thing with, like, you know, Roy Benavidez and everything. So here's my thing, right? Listen, I've been black almost 39 years, right? I am all for this. It should have been done a long time ago. But I think that personally, there are a lot of black people celebrating this shit that are like, and I got it. It is a milestone. You know what I'm saying? I got that. But I think that we are missing the bigger picture, right? And this is what's kind of getting political, and Chooks probably would have been a good person to have this with this, right? But even though Biden did sign the, you know, the June 19th joint going into a federal holiday or whatever, shout out to all the troops that got the day off. They got an early 3 day, a surprise 3 day. But there was so much more shit that Biden should have done and could have done. Biden first got in, what did he do? He signed that, you know, the LGBT hate crime, whatever, and then he also signed the Asian hate crime. But there's anti-lynching bills why is he not pushing for this shit? So I got it. Juneteenth is very important. We need to celebrate it. But Biden, dude, don't think we forgot about this anti-lynching bill that we've been trying to get you to sign for a fucking hot minute. That's still just out there in limbo, man. Once again, the June 19th thing, I'm happy for it. Listen, I told y'all before, man, that's the only independent holiday I celebrate. I don't fuck with 4th of July like that.
Right. And
but
it's understandable. I mean, I get it. And I think that in a way that black folk can celebrate both Juneteenth and the 4th of July, because the 4th of July will be when America gained its independence from England as a country itself. But as a people in Texas, you know, that did not know that they were quote unquote free, you know, because let's not paint a pretty picture. It's not like things were like, all right, hey, high five, you're free, go on and go down the road. It wasn't like that. And, you know, so, but either way, what I don't like is how do you remember that picture of fucking all the Democrats taking the knee and fucking
Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi in the fucking front of it, in the front of the picture, for whatever reason? It's like, okay, so we're gonna have all the black people in the background, but we're gonna have Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi in the foreground with their little fucking, like, come the fuck on, man.
Right.
Stop the cap.
It's basically pandering, man, and that's what I don't like. It's basically pandering. That's what this Fort Benavides thing feels like to me. That they're just pandering because Texas is a predominantly known as a Latino state, you know, and yeah, it's great, but it's sugarcoating to me. It's just sugarcoating. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. Fort Hood, get it. Confederacy, got it. All right, got it. But you know what, dude? No matter how much they rename shit, it's not gonna take away what was done already in the past. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they want to rename it, you know, don't just fucking pander.
But I don't think
that's what gets me.
I don't think it's pandering. You got to think about it like this. If like you said, if they rename it, good, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's erasing history. Like, why can't we celebrate a great Mexican American who was like you said, a fucking badass? If we're gonna rename it. So let's rename it after him. Like I said, man, I personally think it should. Just like I said on the comment, we need to name one of these other bases after Henry Johnson. A lot of people don't even, I guarantee you, a lot of people don't even know who Henry Johnson was.
You're talking about the fucking the
Black Death
fighters, right?
Yeah, Black Death.
Yep. So trust me, I would look that up as soon as you put that up there. I did my due diligence. But here's the thing that I don't like, Hunt, is the fact that it's kind of gonna be tainted. You know, it's gonna be like, oh, you know, at least in my eyes, it'll look like it's tainted because, like, oh, they went and renamed it after this person. Why not? If they're gonna do something like that, rename either a fort that has like a fucking city name or some shit, or, you know, just a I don't know, bro. It's just one of those things. Like, I prefer them to have something different or something new named after him versus renaming something because it's gonna be kind of like when Prince turned himself into a fucking symbol. The
artist.
formerly known as Hood.
Well, you kind of hit it on the head, right? Not, and once again, man, like I'm not trying to strike a nerve with nobody, but like, when's the last time you've been to Fort Hood? You remember the main gate is now, it was called Bentley Gate, right?
Okay.
Now it's called the Vanessa Guillen Gate. Yeah, now it's called the Vanessa Guillen Gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I don't like. It is what it is, man. I don't have a problem with it personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, to me, it's an atonement. Like, they are atoning for the wrong that they did. So if you rename something because you want to atone for something, I don't see that as pandering. I definitely want to see at least one base named after Henry Johnson. And then what's so crazy is that, I can't think of his name. He was Sergeant First Class in 3rd ID during OIF1.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like
when the Bradley vehicle pulling out,
and still hasn't even got the Medal of Honor. Joe Biden, what the fuck are you doing? You pandered all this shit. You told black people that if you didn't vote for me, you're not black. Well, what the fuck? We voted for you. How about we get this man the Congressional Medal of Honor for what the fuck he did? Like, are you serious? Come the fuck on. But everybody is so hyped about him signing this Juneteenth shit into law and making it a federal holiday. But there's so much other shit that needs to be fucking done.
You're right.
So much other shit.
You are exactly fucking right.
And I got it, man. I understand that. I understand that there's probably gonna be some black people out here to see this, and they're gonna be like, "I'm acting like a coon." Believe me, I'm not acting like a coon. I am not no Republican. Like, no, I'm a straight liberal through and through. Like, y'all got me fucked up. I just see things on a different level than a lot of them other Republicans do.
I think that name calling is a bit of no, it's not.
Who did I call out? I ain't calling nobody out. I ain't calling nobody out specifically. I just said that I acknowledge they're Republicans.
I got you, man. I don't do politics very often because I don't know much about them. But I feel like I learned when I talk with you or when I talk with Chooks. That's why I enjoyed when we had our little discourse together because I learned from both of y'all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm dead center in the middle. Always, I lean a little bit to the right on certain issues, and a little bit to the left on other issues. I think I'm more socially acceptable of whatever the fuck is going on. Just leave me the fuck out of it. But conservatively on finances. You know what I mean? But anyways, so with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and continue on this. Juneteenth, man. I mean, I didn't know about it until it was 2008, and I was in fucking Fort Stewart, Georgia, and it was around this time frame, and fucking Brim, one of the sergeants that I knew, Sergeant Brim. He was telling me about Juneteenth. I had absolutely no idea about it. I had never heard of it, and it was funny because it came out of a joke that he was talking about the 4th of July. He was like, you know what the 4th of July is, right? 4 Jews lying, 4 July. Anyway, he's like, you lost, brother, you lost. That motherfucker would always make me laugh, man. But he broke down Juneteenth to me, and that was like, it was something that was great to listen about, to hear about, and to see motherfuckers. I don't got a dog in the hunt, but when I see motherfuckers pandering to shit like that, like, it irks me. It's almost cringeworthy, as they say nowadays, seeing people do that. Go ahead, bro.
Well, you say it like that, but like, remember last year when we were talking about this, Trump was talking about he made this shit popular, and it wasn't known unto him, but he was pandering at the same time too. When he was like, Juneteenth wasn't even known until I said something like, get the fuck out of here.
It was known around, the black community. I don't think it was known around the white community until he fucking.
I do think that some white people around the South knew about it. Around certain parts of the South, they knew about it. I don't think that a lot of northern people really knew about it like that. But I do believe that, because, man, listen, like I said, man, like I remember seeing the Shiners out there in the parade.
Okay. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They had their little things in the parade too, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, we were kids, they were throwing candy and shit. Yeah. And then we went to the park, got the little glow things or whatever, and it was just something that was celebrated, man.
I got you.
And I got it.
It's something that should be continued to be celebrated and fucking taught in history as well. It goes into kind of like what we were discussing last week. Yeah. Talk about some more, which is the fucking critical race theory. Because honestly, I still don't know what it is, Hunt, and I don't want to sound ignorant about it.
Yeah.
But just the way when I hear when I'm hearing it explained, for example, like I hear motherfuckers on TikTok. Yeah, I'm stuck on that TikTok shit now.
No, man.
When I hear about it, it's like, okay, so basically you're just saying we're being stepped on, or we were stepped on, or we still being stepped on by a certain oppressor.
Yeah, and that's bullshit, man. Like the only people that don't want it's bullshit. Like, and I got it, man. And I know I've had conversations with people, and like we go back and forth, man. Still good friends, and like we literally just had a conversation yesterday. But I don't see it that way, man. Like that's just one narrative that a certain part of this country is trying to teach, that if we teach this, we're trying to tell everybody that the white people are bad, white people are evil, they do this. That's not what critical race theory is about. Critical race theory is going into detail of what happened during certain periods of time when we're not willing to really talk about it. Think about it like this, right? We as a society today have no problem with saying black on black crime, Chicago, black on black crime, right? We always bring that up, but there's no such thing as black on black crime. It's just crime. I have yet to hear anybody, left or right, say anything about white on white crime, Jew on Jew crime, Asian on Asian crime, Mexican on Mexican crime.
Yeah, to me,
black on black crime. Yeah, and like I try to tell people, man, that shit came originally from Nixon. That's when that black on black crime bullshit originally started. But Reagan made it more popular because Reagan was the savior of the Republican Party at the time. Well, you know what I'm saying? And so what critical race theory does, it just is like, it says, listen, this is what happened at this period of time. These are the people that were in control of America, and this is what they did to certain other groups of people. Now, I do believe that since a lot of it happens to deal with the hardships that black people dealt with, everybody's like, oh my God, we're just poor black people and we're trying to make it seem like they're the victims and this, that, and the third. But critical race theory is also teaching about the bullshit that the Asians had to go through, the bullshit that the Mexicans had to go through. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happens that white people are the minority people in this country, and they're the ones that did a lot of bullshit. And it's not everybody.
Let me ask you something. So if critical race theory started breaking into as far as the hardships the Irish had when they came over here, or the Italians had to face when they came over here, would it take away from what the other minorities?
No, it wouldn't. It would not, because it's teaching like, hey, there's this discrimination against these people.
Right.
That's what it's teaching.
I mean, let's be real. Discrimination has existed way before discrimination against the blacks. It's been discrimination against all motherfuckers.
Yes, it has.
Irish need not apply. Fucking Jews are to this date still discriminated against. Motherfucking, and the ones that do it are the predominantly European English, motherfuckers.
White people.
Huh?
White people. White people.
Oh, white, yeah. But Irish people are white.
Yeah, like you said, the European whites, the Caucasians of Caucasus.
The English, the ones from that England area. You know what I'm saying? The ones that originally came here.
No, you're right, man. But here's the deal. This is what a lot of people don't fail to realize, man. And I don't say a lot of people don't fail to realize this. People want to equate slavery to indentured servants. Those indentured servants, those Irish people were not getting killed. They weren't getting lynched like on the mass numbers of black people were. You know what I'm saying? They weren't getting raped, men and women and children, on the mass numbers as black people were. Even after like slavery ended, and we can look back in the 1920s, 1930s, there still weren't getting, like, you seeing massive amount of people watching some dude being hung.
And I completely get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that everybody's had some kind of plight or some kind of struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not fucking. I know it's comparing like apples to oranges, but yeah, they're both fruits at the end of the day. But so they can be comparable. Anyway, at least Little Dicky says. But no, dude, it's something that it trips me out because, again, every fucking race here in America, or not race, man, every nationalism or every
ethnicity,
I don't even know what the fuck the differences are. And I used to be EO, but
every ethnic group.
Every
ethnic group.
like for example, on the TikTok, there's this one tribal American. I think he goes by Modern Warrior or some shit, dude.
I know what you're talking about. Dude looks like a girl. I ain't gonna lie. Dude looks like a female.
Facts. And he's fucking talking about calling everybody colonizers, all the white folks colonizers. Okay, haha. I get it at first. It was pretty funny, but at the same time, I was like, dude, they're descendants of colonizers. They're not all of them were colonizers. Some motherfuckers came here just recently, about maybe in the last century. So how are they colonizers? You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those. I don't know if he's just doing it to piss people off because it's working, but he does it like a female though. He even did a female filter.
Yeah, I thought dude was a female at first. I was like, ooh, female? That deep ass voice.
Dude, now that we're on this fucking topic, bro, if I was in the younger generation right now that's out dating, fuck looking for an Adam's apple. You know what I'm looking for? Do you have kids?
The motherfuckers gonna have kids too. They could be raising, like, I don't want to mean this as oh, he's hateful, but a transsexual could have kids too living with them, so you still never know.
No. I'm gonna say, have you had kids? How was labor? I'm asking questions like that because honestly, some of those fucking trannies are looking fucking sketchy as fuck. And I feel bad for the younger generation, man. I mean, you can't trust a big butt and a smile.
Man, there was a dude that just got arrested for like killing somebody who did that shit. He found out that like apparently this person was actually born a man, and like he killed this person. And it's like, dude, man, like, yeah. I mean,
it's rough, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I get date within your community. You know what I mean? If you're a fucking trans woman, go date a trans man.
Well, some of them don't even like each other. And then, I got it. There's going to be people out there that like it. There's going to be women that want to be with a trans man or whatever. And there's going to be men that want to be with a trans woman. To each their own, man. And not my cup of tea.
Right,
to each their own. Yeah.
I feel you on that, man. I mean, it's just, to me, I think about it. It's like, you can't get mad if you get your teeth kicked in by somebody. I'm not saying violence resolves everything, but violence.
I think that they should. I definitely think that they should, disclose that information right off the back. It should be, hey, listen, this is what chromosome I was born with. You know what I'm saying?
Or not off the bat, but if you see it getting serious, before he leans for that first kiss, you should be like, hey, let me pump the brakes on you for a second. Just so you know, I was born Brad. You know what I mean?
I'm not Brittany. Originally, I was born Brad.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you want to continue with it forward, got it. And that's cool, man. If that's what you dig, that's what you dig. But, again, to me, there's going to be dudes that'll fetish that shit. They'll fetishize it. You know what I mean? And they want to fucking do that. Handle it. More power to you, Chief.
Yeah, but like I said, I just think it, like we said, man, I think it should be that disclosure up front. Like personally, like if you meet somebody, like you got the dating apps or whatever, that I understand people don't want to have that in their dating app, but you're setting yourself up for failure once you finally disclose that. Even if you had the surgery, years later after you disclose that, you're setting yourself up for failure.
And don't call motherfuckers that aren't into that
transphobic. Yeah,
call them that.
Because like, are they gonna call us, or are they gonna call us what, straight phobic, or are we gonna call them straight phobic?
Oh, did we not have that conversation about the super what were they, super right or super straights? I forget what they were.
Yes, the super straights. It was like a thing a few months ago. The super straights.
Yeah, and I remember I called fucking Dowden the super white. He was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Dude, it's just don't. But see, here's the thing: what they're going to equate it to, Hunt. They're going to start saying, "Oh, well, it used to be wrong for blacks to date whites. It used to be wrong." They're going to say that it was frowned upon, and they're going to say it's discrimination against the trans community because we're saying that we're not against it, we're just not for it. If that makes sense. And I know you're taking a piss right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in some dead air. While Lee Hunt is draining that fucking black mamba, I want to go ahead and take this time to go ahead and plug. When you take a shit if you don't want to have your ass feel mushy, invest in a tushy. I know they're not paying me for this, but I swear to fucking God, my ass has not felt cleaner than when I use that damn tushy. It's like a water gun, like a super soaker onto your butt, bro. And it I still get some toilet paper to, pat it down to make sure I'm still getting used to it. But bro, it's coming out clean. If I could lick my own ass, I would do it. I would toss my own salad, Chief. Hey man, that's up there with if you could suck your own chorizo, would you do it?
Yo, man, both are wrong, Chief. Both are wrong.
Hey man, I had to feel some dead air, dude.
Yeah. No, man, here's the deal. Like, as far as the whole, interracial dating thing, man, I don't see that as the same thing, man. As far as like,
you can't pick and choose, my brother.
no, I'm not picking and choosing. I'm not. What I'm saying is, I don't see that as like the same thing as like somebody telling somebody. Because like, I don't need you to tell me that you're white, that you're Asian, that you're whatever. I don't need to tell somebody that I'm black. But like, if you know for a fact that you were born with the X chromosome or a Y chromosome, and now you decide that you want to switch or whatever, I think you should tell people that. And here's the deal, man. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I have a soldier of mine, that went through this process, and I'm still good friends with this individual, and I will do anything for this individual.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? All this individual has to do is be like, hey, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, we rolling. Fuck it. That's the type of person this individual is. Like, I will always back this individual. I was happy for this individual when they did their process. I'm happy for this individual right now. But I do think that for people to be safe for safety reasons, you know what I'm saying? So I do believe that you should be like, hey, listen, this is the deal with me. And it's all for safety reasons.
I agree with you 100%. Listeners, if you guys are out there, I definitely would like to hear what your thoughts are. If you want to remain anonymous, just go ahead and hit me up on the email you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Oh boy. Uh-oh. Are we having problems? All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I don't know if that was on Lee Hunt's end, but
it probably was.
I don't know. But listeners, what I'm saying is, if you guys have any thoughts or ideas on this, want to remain anonymous, just send me. You know what? I'll leave y'all anonymous regardless. Just send me some fucking feedback on it on the gunline at gmail.com, on the Facebook. Hit me on the DMs and fucking Instagram, whatever you want. Hit me up through that shit. I definitely would love to fucking hear your thoughts on that. Because it's a pretty hot topic, it doesn't hit me because I'm married and fucking have 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it just trips me out. I mean, I got some feedback. Going on to the fucking on the Benavides thing, right? Mm-hmm. Some guy named Dan Zellman replied. AP Hill was so busy kidnapping free blacks to sell into slavery that he almost cost Lee the Battle of Antietam, and this was so normal that he wasn't even admonished. Ditto 2 of the 4 cavalry brigades Lee brought with him to Gettysburg. Their kidnapping was more important than reconnaissance. That's not the values we should call attention to with base names. You know what, bro? You cool, Zellman. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck you talking about. I need to do some research on that because I just think a fucking fort is a fort. But anyways,
Zellman's a cool dude, man. Zellman is a real cool dude, man. He definitely does his due diligence.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he does. I mean, he's friends with you, so I'm sure that this guy's not talking out of his ass. I'm just saying, I can't retort to that at this time because I don't have any. I just think that if it's Fort Hood, it's Fort Hood. You want to rename some shit, fucking, I don't know, dude. I just don't want somebody as heroic as Benavides to be stained or tainted with Fort Hood or, the base formerly known as Hood. Look at JBLM. To that will always be Fort Lewis to me. All right, I don't give a fuck how many times they called it that. JBLM, whatever, Joint Base, suck a dick. I don't care. So anyways, I got a quick question for you, man. Now that you're in the civilian sector, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know we're changing topics here. It's going to come full circle, I'm sure, somehow or another. But I had somebody write in, and I want to get your opinion on this. So it starts off like this. Question. At work, are you in a leadership position? Unfortunately, no, I'm not. Uh, but you'll see where this goes. Do people ever take you wrong when you talk to them like we would as soldiers? Not sure if I'm the only one that has this issue. Um, and to that effect, I have had experience with that. Dealing with the civilian sector nowadays, it's not the same as it was when we were in the military. I don't know, Hunt, do you have any experience in this at all? As far as like, it sounds like you do. So,
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm going to school now to be a dental assistant. Like, I'm the only male in my class. And so what we did about 2 weeks ago, we did like a role playing thing where we brought one of the students in. We set him down for like the operatory I was at. We did just a limited exam. And so like the student, she was told to be a little unruly or whatever.
okay.
And so she started getting ruly and, talking with her hands. So I just gave her knife hands. I was like, yo, who are you talking to with those hands? And she was like, you know what I'm saying? I just kept staring at her and I had my eyes open real wide.
Right.
And then I was like, yo, I'm playing with you, man. This is how we talk about soldiers. And she was like, oh, okay.
So here's the situation. Because I asked him, give me some more info as to what happened. He said nothing in particular, but I'm the foreman. I'm a foreman, and in the military, we just tell people what to do without really caring about feelings, and civilians are sensitive. Someone worked with us for like 3 days and said I was a dick because the way I talk to people, but only happens with certain types of people. And I work with all guys, so I don't feel like I needed to be sensitive to them. But just wanted a second opinion. And you work in a business atmosphere and just seeing if you run into similar issues. No worries about the anonymous part. I could care less. If other vets are having similar issues, I would like to know what they tend to do. And then he said, I appreciate having a voice for us. I appreciate you. And anyways, so we'll leave the rest of that out. But so here's the issue. I'm gonna bring one more point up to you. Bro, when I was hearing about this person, the first thing that popped into my mind, like what pops into your head when you hear of a sensitive male like this?
He was coddled too much as a fucking baby.
How about age groups?
He's at least 20, 21 years old.
What if I told you he was 40?
Who got offended?
Yep.
Tell him to grow the fuck up. Like, yo, you're 20 years old. I got it. This person may be younger than you, but at the end of the day, he's in charge. Get the fuck over it. Get over that fucking I'm 40, blah, blah, blah. You're in charge. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's my issue with this. A 40-year-old fucking man should not be fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, it's like, okay, I get, especially if you're working in a construction environment or something of that sort, you should be used to this motherfucker down in them cheese puffs. God damn, looking like Cartman eating them cheesy puffs.
I got the munchies.
Bro. But so Pappy, that's my, he used to be one of my soldiers back in Korea. And so he was still in the old school type of mentality of the military or the army. And so I completely get, working in an all-male environment, you should be used to like, hey man, especially if you're the boss, you're the foreman, hey, here's what needs to get done. Let's make it happen, and apparently sometimes some people, I'm the same way. I was too direct. So Pappy, what I've learned to do is to become, at least in the environment I work in, I have to become more approachable, because right now I'm trying to build my brand in the work environment where I live at. You have to build your brand. I don't know how it is in construction nowadays. Back in the days when my dad was in construction, he just worked his motherfucking ass off and you moved up. You know what I mean? The only thing that stopped my dad from advancing more was that he hurt himself and his English wasn't the greatest. But I mean, Pappy, you're a great dude. You're a hard worker. So I know that you're fucking rocking out with your cock out. But you shouldn't have to change the ways that you do things if you're in charge. Now, leadership, I remember it was compared once to something along the lines of a nail and a screw, right? Now, they both do the same thing, right? They both fucking stick to a fucking wall. Some you can hammer in. Actually, both you can hammer in. It'll be a little bit easier on the screw though if you use a screwdriver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll still get the same effect. So basically, you just got to change the tactic of the leadership that you use with that person if they're sensitive.
Yeah, you still be direct or whatever, but you just like you said, man. You know, like what is that word? I forgot the word, but you know how you have to, saying kind of finesse certain people
Right.
to get them to do what you want to do. Some people you can be direct. Some people you're not compromising who you are, but you got to finesse it a certain way. Definitely not bowing down to them and kissing their ass
Or
and shit.
coddle. Don't coddle either.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a certain way, like at least in my environment that I work in, because I do work with a majority females. And so I do have to become more approachable. I can't be as direct as I was in the military. Obviously, military leadership is for a different type of lifestyle, because the military, it wasn't a job. It was actually a fucking lifestyle, at least to me. That's how I took it. That's why I'm ingrained in it so much. And I can't bring that over to the corporate world. I could bring what I was taught from it, but I can't fucking what's the word I'm looking at? I can't project it in the way I did in the military, if that makes sense. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like Hunt said right now, you're gonna be working in an environment where it's gonna be predominantly females, so luckily a lot of the females that go through there already been, if you've seen those memes about medical assistants, the certain type of woman starter pack, and they have medical assistant in there. Dental assistant is one of them, just a little bit more high class.
Man, I get told all the time, like, "Oh my God, you curse too much," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know I got to work on it." But I just be like, and what's crazy is, even though I feel like I'm holding back a lot, I be listening to some of them conversations. I'm like, I wonder if I talked about like eating pussy as much as y'all talk about dick, would I get in fucking trouble here?
Ooh, you ain't lying, Chief.
Well, these motherfuckers be like, I'd be like, "God damn, Chief, do I need to tell some stories around this motherfucker too?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna tell no stories around this motherfucker, man. Y'all
Don't do it because
bro, I'll just be
either A, you don't want that dick, and you don't shit where you sleep. And
I know.
But
Well, luckily, crazy thing is, like I said, man, like the youngest one, I don't think she's turned 20 yet. And it's crazy to think that like she is literally 5 years older than my oldest child.
My God. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. My middle child. Juneteenth, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
She's turning 9, and that blows my mind because Sophia, yeah. She fucking she was born. I was unfortunately I was in Afghanistan, and they weren't letting us come back for mid-tour, so I wasn't able to be there for her birth. And then when I was gonna watch it live, she ended up popping out sooner than we expected. So, but yeah, she's my daddy's girl. She's my daddy's girl, and I it's amazing how time flies, bro.
Yeah.
And, it's a trip because we're gonna come full circle, I think, somehow or another, because I'm trying to teach them to be proud of their heritage, to be proud, but I want them to be American, to know that they're American. Like I had a discussion with Emily yesterday, who's 11, right? And I was seeing something. I was like, "Oh, that's some white people stuff or white people shit." And she's like, "But aren't we, or aren't Hispanics white?" And I told her, "No."
Yeah.
I had to break it down to her like immediately right there, like, "No, we're not white." Granted, she is a quarter white, well, probably even more than that, because I'm half white, if you really think about it, half white, half Spaniard, half Spaniard, half Indian. And her mom is half, well, with all the genetics out of the way, I want her to be proud of her heritage. Her great grandfather was Irish, was German Irish, I believe it was, or German, something like that. So I want her to be proud of that as well too. You know what I mean? So I'm trying not to like say white people shit, because then she's gonna be like, oh, we're anti-white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not even that. Your fucking godfather's white. You know, your godfather, people think he's fucking a racist. You know, Kowalski. So you know, so that's literally Emily's godfather, you know, and but I want to teach them as well to be proud of her of their heritage, you know. And how do you fine tune it to be proud of where your people come from, but we're still fucking American, you know? I want them to realize that just because you look a certain way doesn't mean you're not American.
Man, it's hard and it's crazy, man. Mm-hmm. It's hard and it's crazy because, like, once you start doing that, I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're still American, and you should worry about being American." Yeah, I'm an American, but at the same time, I'm also, this is my culture. Mm-hmm. It's like, and it's kind of like we talked about the American culture. What is it?
Exactly.
I'm an American, but my cultural background is this, and I'm proud of my cultural background.
Would like I'm ethnic background.
Yeah, well, ethnic background.
Again, I'm so fucking confused on all that, Hunt. You know, because like for black folk, you know, yeah, fuck yeah, be proud, be black, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know, shit. But you're American first, and I think that's where I need to become. We're American first, everything else is second, you know. And I get it that it's difficult, especially, you know, I've never been a black man. I don't know what it's like. I grew up in an all black neighborhood. You know, trust me, if you would have heard me talk when I was 11 years old, bro, you would have thought I was a black kid. Facts. I mean, you would have thought I was a straight black kid. And but you know, through I can see why the encouragement of, yes, you know, be proud that you're black, but be proud that you're an American black man. You see what I'm saying?
Here's the explain it. Yeah, I know, but when you say be proud you're American black man, like this ain't shitting on you because, like you said, you don't follow politics, you don't know about it. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you said that, man, that reminded me of something that Marjorie Taylor Greene said. I don't know if you know who she is or heard of her.
She's a bit out there.
Yeah, batshit crazy. She said if she was a black person in America, she would walk past all these Confederate monuments and be proud that they were standing up and know how far black people have come. And I was like, this fucking bitch just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
Oh my God, I guess that's akin to a Jew walking by a fucking swastika and saying, "Man, we've come a long way from the that almost extermination that the fucking evil Hitler had on us."
Yeah, man, just it's crazy, man.
Some things are stupid. You know, some things are definitely stupid. Look, as far as the fucking Confederate fucking symbols, the symbolism, I'm on the fence on that. I really am. And it's not because I'm racist. I'll be called racist. It's not because I'm ignorant. It's because I literally, I think of the fucking, when they start tearing down fucking people's history. I'm not saying that it's something to be proud of, but it's a scar. It's a ding on America's fucking past, you know? And I'm not saying to celebrate it, but I'm saying to remember it. You know what I mean? Now,
do you think that this country is better than Germany?
Do we think we're better than Germany?
Do you think that this country is better than Germany?
I think that this country is the greatest country of all countries. However, if you're gonna say about leaving statues of Hitler and shit like that up,
they're setting an example right now of, like, listen, that's in the past. It's a black eye to this country. We don't need to monumentize it. We don't need to have shit put up, erected of our fucked up past. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if I've never been to Germany, so I don't know if they're teaching German kids about this, but I do know that they are not letting any monuments to fucking Nazism go up in Germany, which is the right fucking thing. And if the greatest country on the face of this earth can't do that, but a lesser country, no disrespect to the German people, if they can do that, what is that saying about us as the greatest country on earth, that we still want to put up monuments to fucking to people that fought against America.
Right.
Some of them had slaves.
Right. And again, man, it's one of those that there's so much. It's like a fucking onion, bro. There's a lot of fucking layers to peel out of that. You know what I mean? I get it. Like, you know, keep them in museums and shit like that. You know, it's part of our fucking unfortunate history that we had, slavery. Big black eye on our end, you know. And let's be real. I mean, are we gonna? What's next? Let's get rid of the Confederacy shit, right? And here's where I have the problem with it. Becomes to set a precedent. All right, so what's next? Now we're gonna change the fucking names of cities. Columbus, Ohio, gone. I don't want to be named after a fucking colonizer.
Yeah, fucking. I know a lot of fucking Puerto Ricans and fucking Italian Americans that are like, yo, fuck Columbus Day.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Columbus Day. I'm talking about the naming of a fucking city.
That city doesn't have a monument built to that. That's just like saying like everybody named Lee should be fucking killed.
I'm saying Columbus, Ohio. Where do you think the name Columbus is coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from that mass murder.
Okay, then. So should we go ahead and rename that city?
Nah, man. Like, if y'all gonna rename it,
where does it end? Where does it end? And that's
well,
where does
the state would
draw the line?
The state would have the power to do that. I think that the state or the city would have the power to do that. And if it's voted on, if it's legally voted on, if there's a ballot cast and it's done that way, then we can't complain about it because every citizen of that town had the opportunity to vote.
And with that,
to change it.
That democracy works. That I'm with.
Yeah. And speaking of which, okay, we got Juneteenth. We're kind of circling around to this, but we got Juneteenth. But why the fuck don't we have a national voting holiday where people are off so they can vote? With all the bullshit coming up, there's been like 47 states, if I'm not mistaken, that has introduced since this last election strenuous voter suppression fucking bills.
See, this voter suppression thing, I don't know much about, but I know this. Asking for a fucking ID is not a big fucking deal.
No. That's not a big idea. But when you go to Georgia and you're waiting in the line and you say, listen, if you're passing out free water to people that are waiting in lines, that's going to be a crime. We're going to send you to jail.
Now, with that, I think I read some of that into that. Now, here's the thing, as far as like who's passing out water to what, as long as you're passing out water, you don't have any kind of fucking regalia telling who you're fucking voting for, and you're an independent motherfucking person. You're not just giving water to select people. You know, I'm all for it. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I mean, hey, if it's hot out there, hell yeah, drink some water. I'm gonna take the water regardless of who the fuck gives it to me. You know,
exactly. But you can go to jail now for that shit in Georgia.
It's a lot more into that because I remember reading that shit. It's a lot more to it. People, make sure you go out and read it. Don't just take our words for it because we're just 213 Bravos who are gonna speak what we think we know about. But I'm not saying that Lee's wrong. I'm just saying I know I read some and there's more to it. So definitely take a look at, because it does say in there it's a misdemeanor. It is punishable by jail. I did see that shit, but there was more to it. And if I know Hunt, he's probably looking shit up right now to fucking go ahead and spit out that law. Okay.
Something else, man.
All right, yeah, he's watching that U porn right now.
Yeah, the damn TikTok, man.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, bro. I mean, and you're right. I mean, here's the thing. Again, I hate when they say it's racist to ask for identification for voting. No, it's not. It's asking for a fucking identification. And if you're gonna tell me that you haven't gotten an ID in the last 80 fucking years, you're lying. You lying. All right. And that shit right there, when they start saying shit that no. You ask for an ID. If I need a fucking ID to go, I need an ID for everything nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have a problem with people IDing the vote, man. Like, I really don't have a problem with that. Like, it's just so much other shit, man. It's like you're saying that people can't early. You're limiting legal, valid drop-off boxes for people in counties, and then some there are none in any county. So you're going to make them try to drive to other counties. Like, why are you doing this? Is it because the voter turnout was more than you expected? Because you knew that people were tired of a lot of bullshit that was going on. So now you want to try to limit people's access to voting.
Speaking of which, That black lady from Georgia, the fat one with the big ass gap in her teeth.
Stacey Abrams. That's Queen Stacey.
That lady, she did a lot for Georgia.
Queen Stacey Abrams. She is a badass woman.
So has Biden done anything for her? Like,
of course not.
Or anything?
But no, I don't think she needs to go. You know what? I had a conversation with one of my old captains, and I was talking to him about that. And he was like, "Bro, you crazy as hell if you think she needs to go be in the cabinet." And I was like, "Why do you say that?" He was like, "Look what she did in Georgia. Why would you limit her to just being in the cabinet when she could be the head of the DNC? And look what she would do." And I was like, "You know what? You're right." He was like, "She needs to be the head of the DNC. She don't need to be in no kind of high-profile cabinet position. Like if she did that for Georgia, if she flipped Georgia, imagine what she can do if she was the head of the DNC."
All I'm saying right now, if Biden wants to do something right and he doesn't want to lose the next election, he better get rid of Kamala and pick up either Tulsi or Stacey Abrams.
He should have picked Stacey in the get-go, truth be told. Stacey would have what? Guaranteed that, because everybody in Georgia knew how she got fucked from being the governor.
I don't know much about her. I'm just saying I'm looking at it as a way to win. And I think that, because he's not going to make it the next election, bro. I'm telling you.
He's going to make it to the next election. That dude is ancient as fuck.
Dude. And of course, if Kamala fucking goes up there and she loses, they're going to say it's because she's black. And she's
she's a woman.
Yeah. So not the dumb shit that she's been fucking politicking about. It's gonna be because she's black, and that gets on my fucking nerves. Not everything is because a motherfucker's black. But anyways, dude, Juneteenth. What are you doing for Juneteenth tomorrow?
I had a friend invite me over to his house, so me and my kids are probably gonna go over there.
Hell yeah, man. Right on. Bro, one of my homeboys, the first sergeant over there with Hawthorne.
No word.
Yep, they up there together.
Yeah, matter of fact, he just called me earlier. As soon as we get off, I gotta hit him back up.
All right.
Let's see what.
Yeah, man. Fucking dude, it's been a pleasure. Thank God we knocked this shit out early. You got anything else you want to talk about today? Anything else?
Nah, bro.
I just don't want you to go to Facebook fucking jail.
Nah, brother, I'm not gonna go to Facebook jail, man. Like, I'm pushing that limit already. I feel on some shit I'm posting.
You know, it's a trip. Like, I don't understand why certain people can say certain shit, but other people can't say shit. And,
yeah, man.
And I don't know. Fuck Facebook. I'm only on there honestly now just to fucking promote this shit, and I don't argue anymore, man, because some people's minds you can't change. It's good to have discourse like this to discuss and talk, you know. And I can't wait to have you and fucking Chooks back on. And let's see, I'm gonna start setting the date for that right now. We're gonna go for July. Let's see, when's July? Oh, there's July. July. Looks like it might be July 28th.
It's my son's birthday. It's my oldest son's birthday.
Then we might have to change that to.
No, I won't. That'd be cool, man. I won't have him. He'll be with his mother.
Or we'll check. We'll see how we feel, man. We might fuck around and do something early June, right? I mean, after early July, after the good old Star Spangled Banner, 4th of July. Oh, I know we're only mid-month in June. To y'all motherfucking pussies out there that are gonna start putting your goddamn signs out, can y'all please not? Please? Don't embarrass the veteran community by putting those signs out there saying that we're scared. And
you didn't know that? Those are the same pussies that have had that sign out there but have like want to show off all their guns. Like, bitch, how you gonna be scared of that shit but you got all these guns? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Or they're the ones that have all those fucking war stories of how they were fucking heroes, but they're scared of a fucking a cherry.
A firecracker. Yeah. Or they're the ones that, like, you know, may or may not have gotten caught with some stolen valor.
Oh man, that's always, man, it's a pleasure having you on here, brother. For all my artillery, man, check out the merch. Got the nice shirt here. It's premium quality. Aiming point identified. If y'all understand, you understand. Can they see it, Lee?
Yeah, they can see it.
All right.
Aiming point identified. Hey.
Check out the merch. I got a different one as well that I made. It's got the here. Let me show it real quick. I'll be right back. Fill in the dead air. Thanks for filling that dead air.
You know, that's what I do, man. They was looking at me, looking at some shit on motherfucking the line. Let's see. Fire mission, 8 rounds, HEPD, with red. That was cute.
I know. As good as it gets. That's his audio. I mean, he.
No, some of us are poor.
No. That's how his audio. The speakers over there. That's. I just barely found out after fucking 100.
I watched the episode. I did the fucking TikTok.
My TikToker over here is fucking up. She ain't dropping no new TikTok videos.
She hasn't. She has not dropped any TikTok content.
You don't have to work 50 hours a week. You can support my ass and stay home and make TikToks all day.
Matter of fact, Linda. You know what Sunday is, right?
You know what?
Sunday is fall.
It's baby daddy day.
Yes. So for all the women out there, if you can push a stroller, you can push a lawnmower for one day.
Fucking right. You know what? Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't even know it was Father's Day until yesterday that my mom sent me Happy Father's Day because in our culture over there it's Father's Day. So
Bro, I got donuts for Dad yesterday at the school, and I was like, "Oh shit, that is Sunday."
yeah, my wife already gave me fucking Valentine's, Summer's, birthday, everything when she got me that motorcycle. So
Yes.
I am golden. Go ahead, wife. I know you got something to say. She is thinking.
No, it's unfortunate for him. He doesn't understand the value of having a woman. Only asks you to take out the fucking trash and do the yard work.
My brother, let me tell you something. Now, since we got her up in here, we're gonna have to do an extended version now. Check this out, Gunline. We got the fucking
Molly Pitcher.
Molly Pitcher here with us. She claims that she only wants me to do the fucking to take out the trash, right? She claims and do the yard work, which I do. You know, she has me as a house Negro and a field Negro out there slaving. And damn, especially for the Juneteenth.
How many times?
Hold on, we're not done. Hold on.
Oh my God.
So check this out, Hunt. I take care of the trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Constantly. Yeah, she has to remind me sometimes, right? God forbid I look at the fucking sink and there's goddamn dishes in there that haven't been done in fucking days, and they're piling up and piling up and piling up. And then she breaks out the, can you help me do the dishes? Can you help me do the laundry? Wait a minute. I thought my job was to fucking do the And dude, check this out. I tried to play that role last week. I let the trash build up and build up and build up. I wanted to see if she was going to take it upon herself to go take it out. Guess what happened yesterday morning?
No, you was dragging everything out.
I was pushing that bitch. I was mushing it. And
Can I say my piece?
oh, here we go.
How many times have you been like, just sit there? No, I'm not getting on camera.
No, she's doing this right now.
No, I'm not. How many times have you sat your big ass in that recliner watching fucking TV, Handmaid's Tales and all that shit, binge watching TV while I'm cooking dinner,
Okay.
cleaning the house,
Okay.
taking care of the laundry,
Okay.
dealing with the kids,
Okay.
after working a full 8 to 9 hour day?
And Hunt, what did she say? The only thing she asks me is,
Exactly. So don't bitch at me about what I'm doing on my own.
but if I let
I
the
don't know, man. I don't have a dog in this hunt.
All right, babe. I appreciate it. Love you. All right. So yeah. So
But that lawnmower ain't gonna push yourself though.
yeah, go push that lawnmower. I already did the lawn, so my Mexicanness, makes me do that shit when it gets to a certain length. My Mexicanness. Oh my God. You know what? Be gone, woman. Off the gun line. You're banished.
Mediocre work I get done in the house is what I get from Mary's house.
Bye. I don't know if y'all heard that, but she said that the mediocre work that gets done around the house is because I'm Salvi, not real Mexican. There's a picture that she took because during one Christmas, I was unable to do the greatest Christmas lights. And she took a picture of it. And she's like, this is what I get for marrying a Salvi. Click. Like, wow.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to worry about that right now, putting up lights and shit. Oh my God.
She gone now. Can you believe that shit, man? That's the shit I got to deal with, bro. What the fuck? Anyway, Lee, I appreciate you being here, man. I probably took you over more time than you wanted to be on here.
No, it's not good, baby.
Man, this was fun. You know, before we end it, but let's just make it to a little bit longer. I wanted to say something, man. I was really contemplating fucking ending this shit. Like, done. I thought it's ran its course, and I got a few messages saying how much they like it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought I was out of content. Like, I didn't think I was like anybody was enjoying this shit anymore. And honestly, I need this. I didn't realize how much I actually fucking need this too first, personally. Like, you know, talking with you, you know, even offline. I mean, I think this is the type of conversations people want to hear. So hopefully, if motherfuckers y'all enjoyed this shit, do me a fucking solid. Slap that fucking like, hit that fucking subscribe, and interact with us, man. I'm sure that, you know, Lee will fucking interact with you. Just
most definitely.
The Virgin King. Is that what it is? Virgin King?
Oh, Virgo King. King Virgo.
Oh, King Virgo at the Tickety Talks. I thought it was the Virgin King since he ain't since pussy had him.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We're on about 2 months now.
Oh,
here
man.
5. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be at least another 2 weeks.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I don't invite guests over here when I have my kids. Like,
I keep forgetting your kids are there. My bad for talking.
Oh, no, man. No one knows that. Like, I really don't just do that. Like, it's more respect thing for them. Yeah. Because like I told my son, I don't need to see him. He doesn't need to see me have my friends coming in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Word. All right, then, brother. I'm gonna let you go. Hey, make sure you get some good pictures or X-rays of, you know, number 32 through number 30.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make sure you use a snap array, or I don't know if you guys use digital bullshit now after what you showed me.
Yeah, it is no telling, man. Like, I got that in 2 weeks because I'm about to finish. No, in 2 weeks I'll finish the basic. Then I'm going to upper wheel in 3 weeks.
Man, wherever you do your externship, man, I hope you get hired. You're gonna enjoy it, and
thank you.
And just I know you're gonna kick ass in whatever you do. But,
thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and then, you know, just make sure you get fired. That way you'll get fucking unemployment. And
I'm really looking forward to going to the dental office and slanging this man Dingle around there. Yeah,
bro, that shit happens.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to be that motherfucker, just balls and Johnson dance.
Dude, when I was in school for a dental assistant, oh my God, being one of the only males there, and not to toot my horn, but I'm a good looking motherfucker when I was, what, 21, 22, somewhere around there, 23. I was.
Bro, if I wasn't almost 40 and everybody else in there was in their 20s, early 20s.
Bro, you know, they love that. Oh, by the way, your game's looking good, Chief. No homo.
You know,
game's looking good.
You know,
the hair's looking good. The fucking facial hair. The body. Damn, man. You know what? I might go trans just for you.
As long as Quasic's there too.
Hell yeah. Hey, baby, we'll have a motherfucking reverse Oreo up in that bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, is that even? I don't even know what that would be.
Yeah, that would be some type of Oreo. Fuck it. It'd be the rainbow Oreo.
All
the
right,
pride.
Let's get this shit done, man. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to this on the Gunline podcast. We'll catch you here on Wednesday with the midweek memo. Hopefully, Dowden will be here. If not, your arena should be. Don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be just another shoot the shit like we did here. Rounds complete. End the mission. Gun
Peace.
out. Bye, motherfuckers.